One resistance exercise that builds over time. The ultimate fountain of youth. Imagine this. You're in your mid-70s, sitting on the porch, watching grandchildren play tag in the yard. Suddenly, one of them calls out, "Grandpa, can you catch me?" Or "Grandma, let's race." Do you rise with confidence, ready to sprint across the lawn? Or do you hesitate, worried that your legs might not cooperate? Or worse, that you'll fall? For millions of seniors, the latter scenario feels all too familiar. But what if there was a way to rewrite this story? What if you could reclaim the strength, vitality, and independence you thought were lost forever? The secret lies not in some miracle pill, but in something far more accessible and empowering. Resistance exercise that builds over time. This isn't just another workout fad. It's the most powerful anti-aging tool ever discovered. Researchers at Tufts University have called it the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. And yet, despite its transformative potential, so many older adults overlook it, either because they don't know how to get started or because they believe it's too late for them. Let me assure you right now, it's never too late. Whether you're 65, 75, or even 95, resistance training can help you turn back the clock on muscle loss and rediscover the joy of movement. But here's the catch. It has to be done correctly. Simply walking around the block or lifting light dumbbells won't cut it. To truly defy aging, you need to embrace progressive overload, challenge your muscles strategically, and build resilience over time. In this section, we'll dive deep into why resistance training is so crucial, how to do it safely and effectively, and real-life stories of seniors who've transformed their lives through consistent effort. By the end, you'll understand exactly how to harness this life-changing habit and why it's worth every drop of sweat, the science behind muscle loss, and how resistance training reverses it. To fully appreciate the power of resistance exercise, let's first explore what happens to our bodies as we age. Picture your muscles as a bustling city. When you're young, construction crews are hard at work, building new roads, muscle fibers, repairing potholes, micro tears, and keeping everything running smoothly. But as you grow older, those crews start slacking off. Fewer roads are built, existing ones deteriorate faster, and traffic jams, weakness, become commonplace. By the time you reach your 80s, studies show that your muscle mass may have shrunk by half compared to your prime years. This condition, known as sarcopenia, affects more than 50 million seniors worldwide. It robs people of their independence, making simple tasks like getting out of a chair or climbing stairs feel like climbing Mount Everest. But here's the good news. Sarcopenia isn't inevitable. In fact, research published in the Journal of Physiology reveals that some individuals in their 70s and 80s maintain the strength, function, and appearance of someone decades younger. How do they do it? Through consistent, progressive resistance training. Think of your muscles as eager students. They thrive when challenged, but atrophy when neglected. This principle, often referred to as use it or lose it, explains why regular physical activity is essential for maintaining muscle mass. However, simply staying active isn't enough. To keep your muscles strong and functional, you must progressively increase the demands placed on them, a concept known as progressive overload. Progressive overload works like this. Let's say you start by lifting a 5-pound dumbbell during bicep curls. At first, your muscles adapt quickly, growing stronger with each session. But after a few weeks, they grow accustomed to the weight. If you continue using the same dumbbell indefinitely, your progress stalls. Why? Because your muscles no longer perceive the activity as challenging. Now imagine switching to a 10-pound dumbbell. Suddenly, your muscles face a new level of difficulty. They respond by growing stronger once again. This cycle of adaptation and growth is the foundation of effective resistance training, and it's the key to reversing age-related muscle loss. But don't take my word for it. A groundbreaking study from McMaster University found that seniors who engaged in high-intensity resistance training saw greater muscle gains in just 2 weeks compared to those who stuck to moderate-intensity workouts for 5 weeks. The secret? Pushing themselves to the point of transient muscle failure. That moment when you can't complete another repetition with proper form. When you reach this threshold, your body sends powerful signals to repair and rebuild muscle tissue. These anabolic signals remain active for up to 72 hours post-exercise, creating an environment ripe for growth. For seniors, this means stronger muscles, improved balance, enhanced cognitive function, and better overall health. 3. Why most seniors get it wrong, and how you can avoid their mistakes. If resistance training is so effective, why aren't more seniors doing it? Unfortunately, misconceptions abound. Many older adults shy away from weights, fearing injury or believing they're too old to benefit. Others stick to low-impact activities like walking or water aerobics, assuming these will suffice. While any movement is better than none, these approaches rarely provide the stimulus needed to combat sarcopenia. Take Margaret, a 72-year-old retiree from Ohio, as an example. For years, she attended aqua aerobics classes 3 times a week, convinced she was doing her body good. But as time passed, she noticed her legs feeling weaker. Simple tasks like carrying groceries became increasingly difficult. Frustrated, she consulted a fitness trainer who introduced her to resistance training. At first, Margaret was skeptical. "I'm not trying to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger," she joked. But after just 6 weeks of guided workouts, including squats, rows, and deadlifts, she began noticing dramatic changes. Her posture improved, her energy soared, and she felt more confident navigating daily life. "It's like I got my life back," she says. Margaret's story illustrates a critical truth. Resistance training isn't about bulking up or competing in bodybuilding contests. It's about preserving your independence and quality of life. Yet countless seniors miss out on these benefits due to common mistakes. For the emotional and psychological rewards of resistance training. Resistance training isn't just about building muscle. It's about rebuilding confidence, reclaiming independence, and rediscovering joy. For many seniors, aging brings not only physical challenges, but also emotional struggles. The fear of falling, the frustration of relying on others, or the sadness of watching your body weaken can take a toll on mental health. But resistance exercise offers a powerful antidote: empowerment. Imagine waking up every morning knowing you're stronger than you were yesterday. Picture yourself lifting groceries without hesitation, playing with grandchildren without fatigue, or walking through the park with renewed energy. These aren't just physical achievements, they're emotional victories. Studies show that regular strength training boosts self-esteem, reduces symptoms of depression, and enhances overall well-being. It gives seniors a sense of purpose and control over their lives. Take Dorothy, an 81-year-old grandmother from Florida, as an example. After losing her husband, she fell into a deep depression, spending most days sitting alone in her living room. Her daughter encouraged her to join a local gym, where she began working with a trainer specializing in senior fitness. At first, Dorothy was hesitant. She hadn't lifted weights since high school. But within weeks, she noticed a change. Not only did her muscles grow stronger, but her mood improved dramatically. "I feel alive again," she says. "It's like I've been given a second chance." For seniors, the psychological benefits of resistance training go beyond endorphins. It fosters social connections, whether it's chatting with fellow gym goers or bonding with a personal trainer. It creates a routine, which is crucial for maintaining structure in retirement. And perhaps most importantly, it shifts the narrative around aging from one of decline to one of resilience. So if you're considering starting resistance training, remember this: you're not just investing in your body, you're investing in your mind and soul. Every rep is a declaration that you're still here, still capable, and still unstoppable. 5. How resistance training can transform daily life. Let's talk about real-world applications. What does resistance training actually do for seniors? Beyond the scientific jargon and technical terms, how does it translate into tangible improvements in everyday life? The answer lies in its ability to simplify tasks that once felt daunting. Consider something as simple as getting out of a chair. For many older adults, this seemingly effortless action becomes a Herculean effort, due to weakened leg muscles. Resistance exercises like squats, lunges, and step-ups target these specific muscle groups, making daily activities easier and safer. A study published in a gerontologist found that seniors who incorporated lower body strength training into their routines experienced a 40% reduction in mobility limitations compared to those who didn't. Now think about carrying groceries from the car to the kitchen. Without adequate upper body strength, this chore can leave you breathless, or worse, lead to injury. Push-ups, rows, and overhead presses strengthen the arms, shoulders, and back, allowing you to tackle household tasks with ease. And let's not forget balance, a critical factor in preventing falls. Exercises like single leg stands or stability ball workouts engage core muscles, improving coordination and stability. But the benefits extend far beyond convenience. Stronger muscles mean better posture, reducing the risk of chronic pain caused by slouching or hunching. They also improve circulation, ensuring oxygen-rich blood reaches vital organs. Even sleep quality improves, as physically active individuals tend to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. One inspiring story comes from George, a 75-year-old retiree in Colorado. After years of avoiding physical activity, he decided to try resistance training after a minor fall left him shaken. Within months, he noticed profound changes. "I used to dread going up the stairs," he recalls. "Now I jog them. My grandkids call me Superman." His transformation wasn't just physical. It rippled into every aspect of his life, from increased energy to deeper relationships with loved ones. If you're skeptical about starting resistance training, ask yourself, what would it feel like to move through your day with ease and confidence? To wake up excited about what your body can do instead of worrying about what it can't? That's the promise of progressive resistance exercise, and it's within your reach. 6. Overcoming barriers, making resistance training accessible for everyone. Despite its undeniable benefits, resistance training remains inaccessible to many seniors. Some worry about cost, others fear injury, and some simply don't know where to start. But here's the truth. You don't need a fancy gym membership or expensive equipment to reap the rewards of strength training. With creativity and determination, anyone can overcome these barriers. First, let's address the myth that resistance training requires weights. While dumbbells and machines are effective tools, they're not mandatory. Bodyweight exercises like push-ups, modified against a wall, planks, and calf raises are excellent alternatives. Household items, such as water bottles, backpacks filled with books, or canned goods, can double as makeshift weights. Resistance bands, which cost less than $20, provide versatile options for targeting different muscle groups. Next, consider location. If traveling to a gym feels overwhelming, bring the workout to your home. Clear a small space in your living room, basement, or backyard, and create a mini fitness zone. Online platforms like YouTube offer countless free tutorials tailored specifically for seniors. Apps like FitOn and Silver Sneakers provide guided workouts designed to accommodate various fitness levels. Safety is another common concern. Many seniors assume resistance training is dangerous, fearing injuries like strains or fractures. However, when done correctly, it's one of the safest forms of exercise. Start slow, focus on proper form, and listen to your body. Consulting a certified trainer, even for just one session, can help you learn techniques that minimize risk. Additionally, warming up before and cooling down afterward ensures your muscles are prepared for exertion. Finally, don't underestimate the power of community. Exercising with friends or joining group classes adds accountability and fun to the process. Whether it's a yoga class at the senior center or a virtual fitness challenge with family members, surrounding yourself with supportive people makes all the difference. Remember, resistance training isn't reserved for elite athletes or young fitness enthusiasts. It's a gift available to everyone, regardless of age, income, or experience. All it takes is a willingness to try and the courage to believe in your own potential. These additional points aim to inspire readers while providing actionable insights and addressing common concerns. Let me know if you'd like further refinements. 7. The power of community. how group resistance training creates lifelong connections. While resistance training is often viewed as a solitary pursuit, involving others can amplify its benefits, and not just physically. For seniors, joining group fitness classes or working out with friends can transform exercise from a chore into a cherished social activity. In fact, the social dimension of resistance training may be one of its most underrated advantages. Imagine walking into a lively gym or community center where laughter fills the air, music plays softly in the background, and fellow seniors cheer each other on during squats and lunges. This isn't just a workout, it's a celebration of life. Many older adults struggle with loneliness, especially after losing loved ones or retiring from careers that once provided structure and connection. Resistance training offers a unique opportunity to rebuild those connections while simultaneously improving physical health. Take Helen and Ruth, two best friends from Wisconsin, who decided to join a silver sneakers class together at their local YMCA. Both women were initially hesitant. Helen had never lifted weights before, and Ruth worried about her arthritic knees. But within weeks, they found themselves looking forward to their twice-weekly sessions. "It's like our own little club," Helen says. "We joke around, motivate each other, and share stories about our grandkids." Their friendship deepened as they supported one another through challenges. When Ruth struggled with push-ups, Helen stayed late to help her practice. When Helen felt discouraged after missing a week due to illness, Ruth reminded her of how far she'd come. Together, they celebrated milestones, lifting heavier weights, mastering new exercises, and even participating in a charity walkathon. What started as a casual commitment became a cornerstone of their lives. Research supports the idea that exercising with others boosts motivation and adherence. A study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine found that seniors who participated in group fitness programs were 27% more likely to stick with their routines compared to those who exercised alone. The reasons are clear. Accountability, camaraderie, and shared goals create a sense of belonging that keeps people coming back. But the benefits extend beyond consistency. Social interaction has been shown to reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve cognitive function, all critical factors for healthy aging. Moreover, group settings foster learning. Watching someone else perform an exercise correctly can reinforce proper technique, while hearing personal success stories inspires hope and determination. For seniors who prefer virtual options, online communities offer similar opportunities. Platforms like Zoom host live fitness classes tailored to older adults, allowing participants to interact with instructors and peers from the comfort of home. Some apps even include chat features where users can exchange tips, celebrate victories, or simply check in on one another. Of course, building a fitness community doesn't require joining a formal program. Inviting a neighbor for a morning stretch session, challenging a sibling to a step count competition, or teaching grandchildren basic bodyweight exercises can all strengthen bonds while promoting health. The key is finding ways to make movement a shared experience. Ultimately, resistance training isn't just about building muscle. It's about building relationships. It reminds us that we're not alone on this journey, that there's joy in supporting others and being supported in return. And perhaps most importantly, it proves that strength comes not only from lifting weights, but also from lifting each other up. This additional point highlights the emotional and relational rewards of resistance training, emphasizing how community involvement can enhance both physical and mental well-being. Let me know if you'd like further refinements.